Good afternoon. It's Monday, June 29th, 2020. It is a hot, muggy day out there. Perhaps some rain, but certainly a lot of heat and humidity and very uncomfortable levels. So I hope that you have an opportunity to stay someplace cool. I don't have many announcements today, just a reminder of our switch in worship times. St. Paul's will have worship at 8:30 on Sunday with Holy Communion. And First Lutheran will have worship at 10:30 with Holy Communion. I am going to be reviewing the guidances we have for worship, making the changes that I think are appropriate for this time. The virus is still very active and numbers of cases are going up, so I'm monitoring that as well as hospitalizations and people in ICU to tell us about when it is appropriate for us to begin relaxing more of the guidelines. Today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about how we make these videos and the use of the technology that is available to us. Pastors are often the first to use technology in their communities. This old crank phone from the 1930s probably would have shown up in a pastor's house long before most of his parishioners had them. A lot of people have asked about the videos I make and how do they get made. Well, they get made in my study. I work on them usually right after lunch. And I take them, shooting them through this digital camera mounted on a tripod. And the background is inks and CDs and books. My desk is more pens. And once I've done taking the video, I come over to the computer where I download the file into Final Cut Pro on my Mac, and I process and edit the video. One thing also that you need is adequate light. And so I always have as much light as I can coming into the study. That helps the videos have a nice even feel to them. No hot spots, no annoying shadows. And of course you have to take care to think about extraneous noises like a cuckoo clock, which always gets stopped before the video is taken. And then the heavy soundproof door goes closed. And then I'm ready to shoot. See, to put out a video every day is not particularly challenging, but it does take some time and equipment and forethought. I always try and work with the events of the week or important things going on in the world, or a meditation to help us as we grow in the Christian faith. Pastors throughout the years have always been the foremost in using of technology. They were often the very first person in the community to have a telephone, and often to have a typewriter. And then when electric typewriters came along, those came. And then, of course, computers and other technological things that we use all the time without even thinking about it. The technology that allows me to produce daily videos and edit the Sunday videos so that they can go out on the air is all available and is there for us to use to make the videos, the word, and the worship go out. A lot of pastors are doing a variety of things with their technology. We use live streaming. A lot of them use live streaming. Some have very specialized equipment and produce very professionally done videos. Others are content to simply post their phone and get the video up live stream or recorded depending on circumstances. I try to strike a balance in the middle. as you saw with the materials that I have and the equipment that I use. Nothing particularly fancy, just things pretty much that I've always had, and am now making better use of them to help you as we move through this pandemic. I hope and pray that we can continue these. Of course, I will always be thinking about how far into the future to continue. Once we get back to a more normal routine and I'm allowed to visit more and more people, it may not be possible for me to have the time to do these videos every day. But I will look at that and plan on that as we go. I'm grateful that you took the time to watch today, and hopefully this helps you a little bit understand how these are done, and we can give God thanks that He gives us the kinds of minds and gifts to create these things so that we can continue to further the gospel. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye now.